Good evening, I'm Jeff Hunt. I'm District Attorney Jeff Hunt. I'm a Republican District Attorney. I'm very proud to be a conservative Republican. I've been elected 5 times in Henderson, Polk, and Transylvania counties. That's my district. I used to also have McDowell and Rutherford before the Democrats in the legislature split our district. I've run 5 times and been elected 5 times. I've unseated an entrenched Democrat DA. And again, I'm proud to be a DA. I'm running for Congress, and I'm asking for your support tonight and for your vote on May 8th. I'm running for Congress because we have got to get control of the unsustainable deficit that is out of control in Washington. We can't even begin to work on the national debt, which is $15.5 trillion, until we get down to a zero deficit balanced budget in Washington. And you and I know that the America that we grew up in is not going to be here anymore if we don't get back on the right track. It's not something that can be done in the snap of a finger. It's going to take several years. It's not just one congressional term. It's going to take several congressional terms. But we've got to get a balanced budget by reducing federal spending and not by raising taxes. And when we do that, ladies and gentlemen, when we just start instituting the program to do that, we will have an explosive private sector job growth, just like we had in the 80s under Ronald Reagan. So that's my jobs plan, is to get control of our debt and to send the message to the private sector that it's time, because we're now sustainable again on the federal level, it's time to start hiring. The other point I'd like to make about the private sector is, during the 80s, when Reagan was elected president, he put together a commission which sat down and repealed, rolled back tens of thousands of useless regulations. And once we get control of the debt and the deficit situation, if we will roll back these kinds of regulations, like the EPA regulations that are out of control, like regulations that keep us from going in and getting our own energy and becoming energy self-sufficient, if we roll back those regulations, we will have an explosion of job growth. Jobs are created in the private sector. You and I know that. Jobs are not created in the public sector. So the whole goal is to trigger our private sector, reduce the size of government. And I would describe myself, ladies and gentlemen, to you as a Christian conservative, a fiscal conservative, a free market, free enterprise capitalist, and a constitutionalist. And if you send me to Washington, if I am honored enough to be your congressman, I will judge every problem based on the polar star of our Constitution. Now, I've been elected 5 times because the people in my district trust me, because I do what I say I'm going to do, and I tell them what I've done after we've done it. We've opened up the process so they know what's going on in the DA's office. DAs spend their whole lives working with the Constitution. I do that on a daily basis. DAs spend their lives making wrongdoers accountable for what they've done. And as a DA, I've held myself accountable to a high standard of professionalism and the highest degree of ethical conduct. And I hope that you will send me to Washington, because I will apply exactly those same accountability standards if you give me a chance in Washington. I'm asking for your support tonight, and I'm especially asking for your vote on May 8th. Thank you.